Be ready, 10 seconds to go. Start. Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, the constitutional pundits rightly pointed out that free and fair election is the essence of democracy. So, the government, which has faith in democracy, is expected to introduce necessary reforms to have free and fair elections. So, in the Constitution Amendment Bill 1988, as well as representations to the government, have taken some necessary measures to remove the defects in our electoral system and restore free and fair elections in our process. Sir, I extend my full support to the Constitution Amendment Bill 1988, which reduces the voting age from 21 years to 18 years. No doubt it is a drastic change, and there was a great demand for this change from the younger generation. But I am to remind this House that there are some state governments which have already introduced this change. Our government reduced the voting age from 21 years to 18 years. So, in consonance with that line, the central government has also come forward to reduce the age by amending the constitution. But here I would like to remind one thing, that when the voting age was 21 years, it is quite common in all the states that so many voters at the age of 18, 19, or 20 years have enrolled their names. When you reduce the age from 21 years to 18 years, it is quite natural that the people who are at the age of 15 or 16 years may also come forward to enroll their names in the electoral rolls. To avoid this influx, I would like to appeal to the government that without any delay, the multi-purpose card must be introduced. I am glad that the government has given an assurance to introduce the identity card system. It is in the right direction. Sir, the Honorable Minister, in the name of reforming the electoral process, has taken some steps to curb the rights of the states. For example, under Section 13, he has introduced a new section by which all the officers and members of the staff who are actually under the control of the state government are brought under the control of the election commission during the election period, and not only for control but also for discipline, purpose, and other purposes, they are under their control. Sir, earlier they were assisting the election commission. There was no difficulty to the election commission. But now the central government want control on the officials and want to conduct the election with its own power. In the name of giving powers to the Election Commission, it has amended this. It has moved this proposal with a bad motive. The Election Commission, we know in theory, is an independent body. There is no doubt about that. But in practice, it is under the control and direction of the central government. If the government is very particular about this amendment, then my honest opinion is that it should have consulted the state governments before putting this proposal. But to the best of my information, this government has not consulted any state government. Without consulting the state governments, it has taken the officials of the state governments under its control. Sir, here a right move is regarding the recognition of political parties and definition of political parties. I am not against this clause, but the dangerous thing is this, which is a political party. The decision of the Election Commission is final on this question. That is a dangerous thing. There must be room for decision by court. If the decision of the election commission is final, then there will be no democracy because, as I stated earlier, we know by experience that the election commission is under the control and influence of the party in power at the center. This bill has included some more offences to disqualify a candidate from contesting elections. In principle, I am not against this, but is it necessary? Why should we enlarge the number of grounds? There is no need at all. If anybody is convicted by the court, it is the people who reject him in the poll. Why do you unnecessarily increase the grounds for disqualification? It will give room for the talk that the government is always for restricted democracy and not for liberal democracy. We cannot give room for such suspicion or apprehension by the people. I am not against this in principle. Of course, in case of certain valid grounds, it may be necessary. But at the same time, if you enlarge the grounds in this way, the party in power, either at the center or in the states, will misuse the power to disqualify any contesting candidate. For example, one or two persons in a local area may be influential, but with the help of the local police, they may get punished, thereby preventing them from contesting the election. That is why the clause which include more grounds for disqualification must be deleted from this amendment. Stop